If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I 1UZ swapped this 2002 Lexus IS300, but I don't love the way that it sounds. It does have a full exhaust. I put shorty headers on it, and then from the headers all the way back to the axle back, I made my own exhaust for it out of nice stainless steel piping. I'm actually pretty proud of the exhaust that I made for this. But it still has an HKS axle back that was designed for the 2JZ in this car. And I don't love the way it sounds. So today I'm going to be doing something that a lot of people are going to be upset about. And I'm going to be cutting up that HKS axle back. And Lars, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But I'm putting on a vibrant muffler instead of this HKS muffler. I'm hoping that's going to improve the sound, because as of right now, my 2003 4Runner with the 2UZ, it sounds a lot better than this. And you know, it is a very similar V8, but I can't have my 4Runner sounding better than my IS300. So the vibrant muffler that we're going to be putting on instead of the HKS muffler has a much larger inside diameter, and it's shorter, so it's going to do less muffling. But I think part of the problem with this muffler is it necks down inside to like 2 inches. It is very small inside, even though it's 2.5-inch piping and a 4.5-inch outlet. The inside is only 2 inches, so that's not good. The vibrant muffler we're going to be putting on is a 3-inch inside diameter, and it's much shorter, so it should be a lot louder. So this shouldn't be a too terribly long video. I'm just going to cut the muffler off, put the new one on, weld some things up, and make it work. So before I get into it and start cutting things up, why don't I rev it up for you so we can get a good before note, and then we'll get into the modification. Alrighty, got the HKS off. Here is the vibrant muffler, and as you can see, the vibrant is, you know, about 5 inches or so shorter than the HKS, but it's also smaller in outside diameter, so there's definitely less muffling going on with the vibrant. And this is a 3-inch inlet. This is not even 2.5. It's like 2.37. Super tiny. So basically all I'm going to do is cut the HKS muffler off here. Use this 3 to 2.5-inch adapter. I'm probably going to use my pipe expander to expand this a little bit and have this slide over. And then we can have this pipe slide into here. I'll get everything, you know, mocked up on the car and tack weld it. I will also cut these hangers off and try to get the entire exhaust loosely in the car and supported. And then I will try to tack weld everything in place. And then once everything's tacked, I will take it off and do some better welds on it. So let's expand this guy a little bit and then cut this off. So close. Hey, look at that. So now, not only will this make it easier to weld, but it also just makes it a little bit easier for adjustment once we get everything in place. Okay, I used my handy dandy faithful Miggy Azalea flux core MIG welder to just tack this thing up while it was up in the car. So the flux core MIG is a little dirty and doesn't do the best welds, but it's very easy to do tack welds with it. So got one of the hangers on. I'm not really sure if it needs two up here. I mean, it's got two back there, but I'm going to finish this up, at least this portion and here with the TIG, and make that nice. This has some pretty big gaps going on. Not sure if I'll finish this with TIG or MIG, but of course, I'm not gonna show you how to weld because no matter how you weld on the internet, you're wrong. So I'll show you the finished product, and hopefully one hanger is enough. If not, I'll add the second one, and then we can see how this baby sounds. All right, we have it bolted up. It's not perfect, but it is a little wobbly because I only installed one of the hangers. But I got a poor man mod to show you that's gonna fix that. Now, why would you do the right thing and install the second hanger like intended when you could do the poor man mod thing? And to tighten this up, we're gonna put a hose clamp around this rubber hanger, tighten it, and it'll take out most of this slop and also correct our gap around the bumper. Check this out. So instead of spending money on polyurethane bushings or doing the right thing and welding on the other hanger, if you need to tighten up an exhaust hanger bracket thingy, just put a hose clamp around it. How awesome is that? Now this baby's done. Freaking fantastic. And now, aside from the damage of the bumper, it's looking pretty dang good, and it's solid. Time to hear this thing. All right, I gotta say I am very, very pleased with the change I did to the IS400's exhaust. It sounds so much better. It's definitely louder, but it sounds different. There's still a little bit of a rasp there, so that's probably from it being catless, but I think overall it sounds so much better than that choking HKS axle back. It is so much better, and it's not too loud. While just cruising, putt-putting around, it doesn't kill your ears. It is not overwhelming. It is not too bad. I actually just drove this car 180 miles round trip to Ocean City, Maryland and back for cruise week, and I had absolutely no complaints with the loudness or the drone of the exhaust. And a lot of people down there asked me to rev it, and I revved it, and everybody loved it. This thing sounds so good. So I am so happy with the way it turned out. And it looks like I didn't even change anything. It looks absolutely perfect. But I just wanted to share the change that I wanted to make to this car, and wanted to share with you the results. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Thanks.